What's up, guys? Charles from Team COG coming to you guys here with another local report. This time I went to locals and ended up getting first place, which, isn't anything too great. However, locals is more of a testing ground that you're supposed to test, and the deck performed very well. I actually have a very interesting segment, as you guys can tell, from the title of the video, how to play around Droll. So I actually got Drolled quite a bit, I think 3 or 4 times throughout the entire night. And I was able to just play through it. And Drolls, some people are going to be like, well, how do you play through Droll? You're playing the Guard Dragon variant. Once you, that's your entire deck is about drawing and drawing and drawing. How can you play through it? So I'm going to guys show you that. I'm also going to go over my matchups. I actually was hopefully improve the video quality content in the sense of being able to show you guys clips from matches that I can show you. But again, before I get started, check out our sponsors, OPHIDIAN Games and Accessories, GameTime Cards and Collectibles, and very soon we'll be sponsored by Imperium Duelist, come around sometime in March. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the video. I'm also going to just show people asked about my side deck, and nothing's really changed with my side deck, to be honest with you. At this locals, I was actually contemplating taking out Drolls and putting in there can only be ones, but I decided not to do that, just for the fact of I didn't want to do it. I thought that there can only be ones was good, but Drolls was just better. Like, the format is saying Drolls, and I just wasn't going to go against what the format was saying. But for the most part, guys, the deck, nothing's changed in the deck. Same list. However, this card here, I'm really contemplate cutting this because this card just sucks, and it always comes to my hand. And it's only good if you see the Black Dragon, and if it's you can't make this going first. As in, like, you can't use it in your opening hand because, like, none of the Crusadias are dark, so, like, it's dead. There are certain scenarios where if you're able to, like, pitch off, like, Destrudo with Dugaris, you're able to banish the Wyvern, or banish it for the Wyvern Buster. But even then, like, it's not great. The only reason that's, like, warranting me to keep it in is because the Black Dragon is so good. As we all know, wherever he's at, when the Black Dragon leaves the field, he lets you grab the White Dragon, and the White Dragon lets you grab the Black Dragon. But this guy versus this guy, if this guy's in your opening hand, you're okay. But this guy in your opening hand, you gotta at least make it to your first LP, and like, if your LP gets stopped, you need extenders, which is where the Black Dragon shines, and the White Dragon here doesn't. I thought about getting the new Gizmek card, the Sky Galloping Stag, just because it's just an extender, a very powerful monster too. Like, if you really think about it, like, if they stop you at your Magus and you just special the Sky Galloping Stag under the Magus, your Magus is like, I can't even remember the attack of it, like 29, 3,000 or something like that. So your Magus is huge, and it's not going to be beaten over so easy. And the Sky Stag has the ability to trigger effects going first, and has the ability to apply secondary pressure when going second, because the main force of pressure when going into turn 2 or turn 3 is equal max. But yeah, I'm not really a fan of this card. I'm contemplating cutting it, but I'm still, like, trying to figure out if the loss of the ability of, like, these two cards, because if you cut this, you can no longer search it. You can no longer get access to the Black Dragon. If you cut the White Dragon, and all you have is the White Dragon, and if you cut the White Dragon and you keep the Black Dragon, and then you lose the access to have to the White Dragon as a formable extender, whereas these guys replace themselves, and the Sky Galloping Stag does not. But let's see here. Other than that, nothing too crazy. Another card, so like Destrudo shined very well this tournament. However, he's another option I would consider taking out for the Galloping Stag if I needed to. Just because, like, he's only in here because if you open Red MD, you need to have another dragon target to summon off the LP, and it's just one of the better dragon targets that you can get benefits from. But another card that overperformed, Shea Brigandine. Like I said, guys, when I go to locals, I have a list of set cards in my mind that I need to, like, in my side deck, extra deck, and main deck that I try to push and test. It might not be the most optimal play, but I try to push forward and test these cards just so that I can understand and I can get a better grasp if they're worth in the main deck side and extra. And Shea Brigandine is just flawless, man. It is just flawless. Hopefully Dweller will fade out of the format, and I can actually put in, like, Time Thief for Doer and smack, like, my field with an Equal Max Gamma Seal and a Time Thief for Doer with a Trap. That's like my hope, but I don't think it'll happen for a while. But Shea Brigandine is just so good. And, like, also, guys, take note, like, even if you do your normal summon, you get Super Pollard or anything, and you held Shea Brigandine, you can summon Shea Brigandine, and then you link the Brigandine into Link Spider, and then you pretty much special summon like your Crusadias from your hand, and then go on off that way. It's really good. But also with that being said, Link Spider, I've yet to be rocked this format yet, but Link Spider's in here because I don't want to be caught with my pants down and then get rocked and then just fall over. So yeah. Shade Branding, marvelous. So if you guys don't know, I'm playing 41 cards. The 41st card in the deck is Pot of Avarice. Still amazing. Potentially, like, it's just so good. Like, once you finish your board, you draw. However, if you get drolled, which happened, I think 2 times I got drolled with this in my hand, it stinks. However, at the same time, for the next turn, you have the ability to use it and, like, build back up resources to potentially play through your opponent's board, or just have the ability to rebuild your board back up. We're gonna go quickly into Arborea. Arborea is so powerful, guys. Like, so many times throughout the tournament, you get Dark Rule no more. They can't whack over the Gamma Seal, so they tried to hard remove the Equal-Max or hard remove the Gamma Seal. But as long as you still have Equal-Max on, you still have pressure, guys. Because not only does Equal-Max, like, not only does he, like, scream, like, the ability to one-punch, he's also a walking negation. So, like, as long as you're able to protect Equal-Max, and that's where Arborea comes in play, like, in the graveyard, by banishing it to protect Equal-Max, you are just able to continually apply that pressure and potentially keep a win condition on the board itself. So, and I think that is it with the changes. Oh, I guess one more. Reinforcement of the army. If this deck didn't hardcore lose to, like, Droll, I wouldn't say Droll, but if this deck didn't hardcore lose to not Cena Crusadia, I would almost consider, there we go. I'd almost consider cutting this, because if you activate this and they droll you, your entire turn is over with. However, like, you need to see Crusadias, and the deck plays max Crusadias, and there's still hands where you won't see Crusadias. And that's what blows my mind. But okay, guys, I think that's it for the main deck wise. The deck performed phenomenally. This card right here is still performing amazing. It's just phenomenal. This is what allows us to play through Droll, and I'm going to show you that at the very end of the video of how we play through Droll using this card. But going on to our matchups. Matchup number 1 was Mathmech. And Mathmech quick 2-0, not much I can say about it. Like, I won the dice roll, I went first. As you guys can see in the clip, I opened the complete nuts. He couldn't beat through it. Game 2, he decided to let me go first again in hopes that, like, you can stop me. However, Called by the Grave is a hell of a card, and that's why we play it. So, I mean, like, not much that could be done there because of, just the deck just so strong going first. And not to take away from Mathmech, man, they are scary because Sigma can just one-punch. Sigma's almost just as scary as Equal-Max, if not scarier than Equal-Max. So, do take that into consideration. Round 2, I played against Zombies. I got my rematch against Zombies last week, and your boy here did make a mistake. However, he did get me kind of in that, what do you call it? In the, siding. When we sided, I lost the dice roll. He went first. I broke his board, and then game 2, I thought I was going to be going second. So I sided out all my waterfronts, all my cards that let me go first, and put in like kaijus, Dark World Armors, and stuff like that. And he's like, "You can go first." So then the only thing I could do and I got even drolled. And the only thing I could do is end on a Dragster with an Equal-Max with a negate, and that was just enough. They have a Vendread Savior, which is one heck of a card that can plow through almost anything. He attempted to attack into the Equal-Max, but Arborea came through and saved me there. I ended up 2-0ing right there. Round 3 was our boy Ferg playing Shadalls. So the Shadal matchup, I do not fear that deck at all. What I do fear is Super Poly. So they take your Equal-Max and they turn it into Construct, and then they just go off. However, the deck does have some inconsistencies, though it is very consistent. It's just they need poor Ferg, like, not even gonna lie to you guys. his first game, like game 1, I won the dice roll, I went first. His opening hand, all he could do was set hand traps. Like the first, like the 5 cards that he was drawing was like Ash, Bell, Ash, and Valor, or something. It was some crazy, like he didn't even see a single Shaddoll in his hand, and it just blew his mind. So he's going to do some deck changes there, and we'll get back to you guys with an updated Shaddoll profile once he gets more acquainted with it. But after round 3 with Shaddolls, I don't have a final clip to show you. Mermalantians and I were fighting for first place at the locals, and our Salmon Great players had already been knocked down, or meta players had already been knocked out, so it was just me and the Mermo player. I think I got game 1, and then game 2, he actually did the same thing the zombie player did to me. He like counter-sided me. It made me think I was gonna go second, but then made me go first. Or he went first. I can't remember. I just remember it was kind of counter-siding. But game 3, I got it. He just ended on a Biscayos with the armor that stopped spell. So I just baited the spell, made equal max, and Biscayos has monsters currently on the field. So I just made my equal max huge, whacked over Biscayos, and it was just pretty much equal max was a walking negate. That was huge, and yeah. Not much else can be said. I ended up doing that. Went undefeated all day. My OTS packs were awful, but other than that, I got really good testing in, and that's where we're going to go ahead and hop into this portion of the video that I show you guys how to play through Droll. Okay, guys, this is the portion where we get to play through Droll, and all you need to play through Droll is essentially 3 cards. Like, I mean, in your opening hand, you just have to have 3 cards, like extenders like this. Also, do take note, like, for the ability just to make this hand busted, we'll have a 4th card in the hand, and it can be any Crusadia, but we're going to do Arborea just to show you how powerful this is. So what you do is you normal summon your Crusadia, you link away into your Magus. You're doing your typical Crusadia combos. You special Inari Fire, you set the trap, activate the trap, trap summons itself, you make Dugaris. Now this is normally where they would Droll you, because you're going to add off the Magus. You're going to add your Draco. So you add your Draco, and this is where they activate Droll and Lockbird on you. So now you can no longer draw or add. So you're like, well, heck, what do I do? So this is actually where you play through Droll pretty easily. You detach for Dugaris, activates effect to special summon. You're going to skip your next main phase, but that's okay. Then you're going to go ahead and link these 3 here into Crusadia Equal Max. You're then going to go ahead and special summon Draco, add back the Maximus. For this to work in this scenario, you need to have level 4s, at least the level 4 engrave. However, do take note, if you didn't have Maximus and you had the Arborea, you're still going to be able to end on, you know, something. So you're going to add back the Maximus, you're going to special summon the Maximus, and then you're going to go ahead and overlay here to make Dweller. And then if you have an extra Crusadia in your hand, or maybe you're like me and you always hard open Crawler, you set the Crawler or you special summon the Crusadia here, and with a Droll, you've been able to establish a Dweller and a Crusadia Equal Max. I mean, most decks just end after they get Drolled. We don't do that. We're going for the Holy Land, guys. We ain't stopping until we get there. But also for you guys to know that if you didn't open Maximus and you had Arborea, you do the same combo, you add this back, special it, and then you just synchro here for your Dragster, and there you go. It's an easy way to play around Droll. Some people probably are like, well, what can I do once I get Ashtet Magius? And if you play this variant where you pretty much are putting out rank 4s, Dugaris and Magius equal an equal max, a hard make of an equal max. And there's no need to make Regulex or anything, just because you're under Droll, you can't add your trap, you can't add your field spell, you can't add any Crusadia cards you're looking for, or any Crusadia cards you want. So the best thing to do is just make Equal Max, because Equal Max just requires 2+ effect monsters, including a Link monster, and you're fulfilling that with Magius. So yeah, that's how you guys play through Droll. It's, like I said, it's pretty easy. Before we end the video here, I'm going to go ahead and quickly go through my side deck, because I know a few of you guys have been asking about my side deck. It hasn't really changed. We're still playing 3 Lancias, because Orcus is still, despite Orcus not being as prominent, it's still a problematic matchup. It's still there. Thunder Dragons are still there. That Titan control is very scary. I've actually thought about picking up that deck because I love combo decks, and that kind of a crazy combo deck. We'll just go through 3 twins. Cyclone doesn't do enough anymore, especially now with all the control decks out there. You need to play twins. This could be Lightning Storm if you have the funds for it. And then for the going second package that I'm kind of iffy, that I might potentially change, is the 3 Kaijus and the 1 Revival. With that being said, the reason I might change it is because I play 3 Dark Ruler no more, and this plus Revival clears an entire board, whereas Jusakiru with like the Kaiju and Revival doesn't. It just clears one problematic monster, and you have to find a way to clear the other ones if they have it, whereas Dark Ruler no more, you just activate it, get your Revival, and then you just punch over everything. You're not doing damage, but most combo decks, once you clear that entire board, they're not going to be able to come back. So that's my thought process with the Kaijus and Dark Ruler no more. I don't know what I would take these out for yet. Just maybe some more hand traps or whatnot. I'm not sure. And then finally 2 Drolls. These should be 3 if you have 3. I just have been lazy and haven't picked up my 3rd yet. But Droll's really good in this format. It's like I said, it hinders and hurts almost everything, so it's good to have. So yeah, so that's my side deck, guys. Like I said, cards I'm contemplating changing is the Kaijus, just because I don't think they do enough at the moment. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been the Local Report from Team COG. This is Charles, signing out.